So I started a recruiting agency in 2008 because I had a payroll and HR company, and I started that in 08 as well. In the first 4 months, I was doing great, and then the Great Recession happened. And when that happened, companies really stopped hiring. And they stopped hiring for two reasons. Number one, the unemployment pool was excessively large. So going through a stack of resumes this big just was incredibly difficult. And two, no one was leaving jobs. If you had a job during 08, 09, and 10, for a while, everyone was so afraid that if I leave this job, what could happen, right? It was so hard to get a new one. So no one was leaving. So it was hard for me to start selling payroll services to these companies that were actually shrinking. And I realized that I could sell new clients, or I could help my clients grow. So I started a recruiting agency to vertically integrate it into iChecks at the time to really help my current customers expand their team. And what I learned is, and I thought, oh, this is going to be so easy. I want Kevin to come work for one of my clients' companies. Let's just pay him more money. That's not why people leave jobs.
Right.
It took me to that moment to learn, until I had my own company, to realize people don't change jobs for money. They just don't.
Yep.
So understanding that it's the culture, it's the mission, it's the bigger picture buy-in is why they will leave a company to go join your company. If you can't sell that, and when I use the word sell, I don't mean convince. I don't mean trick. I mean articulate your core values and your mission in a way that excites them.
Yeah.
That's the sale. It's not a transactional sale. I don't do transactional sales. I'm not someone who's going to knock on doors and say, hey, this is Jeff. Do you want to buy this, this gadget? And then once you say yes, I never see you again.
Right.
I don't do that. I do relationship-based selling, which means when you buy something or do something with me, it's forever. And my plan is to come back to you again and again and again. And the way I'm able to do that is I identify what are the problems that you have and what solutions can I offer you that are going to improve your life, improve your company, and provide enough value where you don't feel like you bought anything from me. You think I gave you value.
Yep.
If I do that, I'm successful. And that's what I try to do with my culture here is I try to bring people in and say, come join because you get to be an entrepreneur with me.
Yeah.
You get to build your department as you see fit. You get to fail as many times as you want, as long as you don't fail on the same thing twice. Failure is great. Let's fail our way to success. What I don't like is when we make the same mistakes over and over because we're not learning. But let's find all the ways that don't work until we find the ones that do. I create an atmosphere that is based off my core values, and I'm clear on them, which means if you come work with me, you understand my core values and the company's core values. At all my companies, the first two rules are make friends and have fun.
Right.
That's it. There's no distinction from that. So if you're not someone who's interested in making friends and having fun, you're not going to want to come work with us.
Yeah.
Just simple.
Yeah.
Right? And then from there, the other three core values at the company and mine are close enough where you can say, do I identify with this? Is this something that is going to excite me every day to show up and be part of this team? Is the mission something I stand with? If you're someone who believes in eating McDonald's 4 times a week and smoking cigarettes and never exercising, and the amount of exercise for you is literally dialing a phone, and you don't believe in health and wellness, you're not going to want to work with me.
Right.
And I'm not going to convince you because that's bad for you, it's bad for me, and it's never going to work. So we're going to have high turnover, which we don't. And so I'm not able to build the company. And so I think as I'm talking to these aspiring entrepreneurs and people who are current entrepreneurs, and they say, I'm struggling with all these things, when I talk to them really quickly, you can identify if they are strong in that. And if they're not, that's okay, because you can have an idea for a big company, but you need to hire someone like myself who is strong in the areas that you're weak and lose the ego and say, look, you see it sometimes, like some of the best companies, you see founder and COO, and then you see CEO. And what does that tell you? That tells you that individual realized right away, I have a great idea for a company, but I'm not the face.
Yeah.
I'm not the person who's going to take it that way. And then there's other people who are founding faces and have those skills, but they have too big of an ego to recognize that they need to have a team around them that may get more credit than they will for a lot of things.
Right.
So what?
Yeah.
Credit doesn't pay bills.
Yo, that's good.